But I also hate that kind of cliche debate about is Die Hard a Christmas film? Like every fucking year that they just trot out that old trope and like, who cares? It's not funny. I think it was funny the first time that person made the observation, hey, it's a Christmas movie. But now it's become this kind of like fucking Michael Scott tired old joke. That's what she said. Who gives a fuck? It is or it isn't. It's a film set at Christmas. Like, I mean, it's Schrodinger's Die Hard. That's what I say.
It is weird, isn't it? Because like, is Home Alone a Christmas movie because it happens at Christmas?
Yes.
So then Die Hard is a Christmas movie, I guess.
Who fucking cares?
Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's a movie.
Lethal Weapon takes place at Christmas as well.
Christmas movie then, I guess.
Who gives a fuck? Anyway, so last week, my brother-in-law...
Is the movie Halloween a Halloween movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Or is it just a movie that happens to take place at Halloween?
It's both. What are you talking about?
Oh, right. So you're fine with this being both, but Die Hard, it doesn't fucking matter, apparently.
No. Oh, okay. No, I have no... Look, fucking it's a horror movie that takes place at Halloween. It is also a movie about Halloween. Yeah. Is it a documentary on the origins of Halloween? No, it's not. But you idiots, it's not funny. Like, it was funny when someone made the observation 15 years ago. Now it's just fucking annoying. And the fact that, like...
I'm going to start the Halloween isn't a Halloween movement. I'm going to be like, it's not. It's just, you know what? It's just a slasher film that happens to be set at Halloween. But there is never actually any explanation of the fact that, other than that's when it originally happened, there is no connection to Halloween itself, is there? Like no. Michael Myers,
he gets his mask.
Michael Myers doesn't like look forward to Halloween every year and just go, "That's my time to kill."
Well, no, he does. That's kind of the whole thing. So
I know, but there's never a bit in the movie where it's like, "It's Halloween, it's time for me to kill." It's more about this is the anniversary of when this original murder took place, right?
Yeah, but
he's not. He's never inspired. No, it just happened to happen at Halloween. Very much like Die Hard happened to happen.
I don't know that that's true. I think that Michael Myers was biding his time. So, like, the prologue is, 8-year-old Michael Myers murders his sister and her boyfriend, or maybe just his sister. And then you jump forward to present day. Jamie Lee Curtis is a high school student, and Mike Myers busts out of prison. I think that is the triggering point. I think Michael Myers, I've got to make that distinction.
He, as a serial killer, he is groovy, baby.
Michael Myers was sitting in a mental institution staring at a wall for 17 years. And then Halloween comes around and like the Manchurian candidate, he is the Halloween candidate.
There's never any moment in any of the Halloween films where Michael Myers seems to be triggered by something that is Halloween related. I feel like that's a false reading of he is triggered by the fact so if he had happened to murder like his sister on Christmas Day, for example, then he would be doing it on the anniversary, which would be Christmas, but it isn't actually Christmas itself that triggered the murder in the first place. And I would argue with the Halloween films, there is never in the mythology of the Halloween films any indication that it was the fact that it was Halloween that led to the murder.
I think there is in the later, like the terrible films, I seem to think there is some, well, even in the kind of reboots, the new ones that they've done, there is some kind of, I haven't seen the latest one, but some kind of assertion that he's supernatural, that there might be some kind of spirit inhabiting him. So maybe it is like the evil spirit of Halloween.
It has nothing to do with Halloween. No.
You don't know that.
No, I do know that because I have watched all the Halloween films and not once in them is he ever is there ever a moment
it's Halloween.
Myers,
He wakes up with a spring in his step. Can't wait to grab his butcher's knife.
Well, there's never a moment, even in like the reboots and stuff, like he might get triggered by seeing his mask, for example. Yeah. That might be the thing that triggers him to like have those memories and try to escape. But there's never actually a moment in them where he like sees a carved out pumpkin and then suddenly goes from like Mike Myers walking around to Michael Myers wanting to stab people.
I'm going to type in, does Michael Myers kill because it's Halloween? Because it's Halloween?
He doesn't. He just happens to kill on Halloween.
On Halloween. It's, what do they say? It's It's coincidence, not cause, or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. So it's correlation, not causation.
Correlation, not causation. That's right.
That's going to be my argument. Halloween is not a Halloween is not a Halloween movie. It is correlation. The murders just happen to happen at Halloween, and therefore happen on the anniversary of those murders every year, which coincidentally, of course, happens to be Halloween, because Halloween happens at the same time every year. But it is actually completely unrelated to the event that is Halloween.
I found an article on the Mary Sue, which is a genre website. Here's why Halloween's Michael Myers kills in every timeline. So they have broken down all the different Halloween films. Okay, so cue the Halloween theme in whatever version you love the most. Michael has entered the room and is giving me the details about his reasons for killing in every timeline. Is this saying, wait a minute, is this true? What's going on?
We sat down with Michael Myers and asked him a series of questions.
BuzzFeed listicle. Yeah. Yes, I said in every timeline, because if you're not a fan of the franchise, you need to know there are many timelines.
Five.
Maybe it's
timelines.
A bit extra to give you all the details, but I'm not holding back. Before I get into explaining Michael Myers' motivations, and here's a graphic. So, okay, yes, you're right. 5 timelines. There's 3 timelines branching off the first film, and then there's 2 separate timelines, which I guess would be the Rob Zombie attempts. Okay, here we go. So the sequel timeline. Movies: Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. Would have been so much better if Michael's motivations had never been fully revealed. Unfortunately, the original timeline introduces the most horrible story arc known as the Cult of Thorn. Are you aware of this, Will?
Yeah. So the Cult of Thorn was some mystical organization that were getting Michael to kill on behalf of them or something.
Basically, Michael killed his sister Judith because of a curse that was placed on him. A weirdo doctor thought it would be chill to cast this curse, even though it results in death and chaos over a long period of time. So Michael serves as a killing machine to keep the cult thriving. Right.
So unrelated to Halloween.
Unrelated to Halloween. Okay. Second timeline, H2O, which involves Halloween, the original, Halloween 2, and Halloween H2O, and then Resurrection. To breath of fresh air to get the hell away from the Cult of Thorn. No shade if that's your jam. But what makes the H2O timeline great is that Michael wants to kill Laurie specifically because she has completion anxiety. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Nika Pierce for coining that term. Laurie gets away from him and keeps getting away from him. Everyone else, including dogs who dies, including dogs, are simply in the way or convenient. Michael is just a regular
nothing to do with Halloween.
Yep.
Absolutely to do with the fact that he needs to kill Jamie Lee Curtis, who in this timeline is not his sister. I think in the other one, they tried to say that she was. In one of them, she's the sister.
They are including Halloween 2, which revealed that she's the sister. Yes. Okay, then there's the reboot timeline, which is the Rob Zombie ones. Okay, imagine a stereotypical serial killer explaining who they are. Either it's someone's mum is to blame, or the killer had an abusive, dysfunctional childhood, or they were subjected to a bullying. Rob Zombie directs the 2 movies in his timeline, and his version of Michael is typical, even though the whole point of a remake is to switch things up. This timeline gives us a glimpse into Michael's childhood. Okay, so it's his childhood trauma. That's what makes him kill in this one.
Again, the childhood trauma does not have anything to do with Halloween.
Okay, so the new Halloween films.
Yes.
So Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. Michael just wants to go home. For now, that's the major motivation. You're right, Will.
Halloween is not a Halloween movie. That's my new Die Hard. That's a Christmas movie.
Well, you're not on social media. Can I take that and put it out there and just see how many angry fucking nerds get into my mentions?
I mean, it checks out though, right? Like
it does check out.
Not a movie about Halloween at all. It's just a movie that takes place at Halloween.
That's fucking amazing. Back to Oliver's letter. Oh, sorry, Tom's letter.
Sorry.
To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Tofop.